Hello and welcome to Replacement Player Baseball. Today we're going to see Game 4 of a 4-game set between the Cubs and Reds. The Reds have found every imaginable, heartbreaking, gut-wrenching way to win the first 3 games. And so here we are in Game 4, Cubs trying to salvage one out of this 4-game set. We do have a couple of updates on the injury front today. Wilson Contreras was pulled out of yesterday's game after sliding into second. He is listed as day-to-day with a groin injury. And Yu Darvish, who's already on the disabled list, has suffered a setback and is going to be out for another 5 days. Now, on to today's contest. We are going to see the Cubs and Reds here on this Sunday afternoon in Cincinnati. The Cubs are finally going to send a rested starter out to the mound today. Alec Mills has pitched in 11 games so far this year. He is 1-0 with a 2.81 ERA and an 0.81 WHIP. He is going to face Luis Castillo, who is making start number 14, standing in at 5-5 with a 4.22 ERA and a 1.25 WHIP. The Cubs are going to send a lineup out today of Tauchman, Fletcher, Bryant, Baez, Shaw, Contreras nursing that injured groin, Hayward, Happ, and Mills, while the Reds counter with Votto, Akiyama, who's been moved up to the number 2 spot, Castellanos, who is still red hot, Suarez, Moustakas, Barnhart, Dietrich, Galvis, and the pitcher Castillo. Well, the Cubs need Alec Mills to throw about 10 or 11 innings today and give the bullpen some rest. Today's game is 75 degrees. The wind is blowing out to right at 9 mph. Let's get this game underway. Tauchman is going to lead off against Castillo. The Cubs come in today's game at 4th place in the NL Central. They are 31-35. The Reds leading the division at 37-28, 9 games over 500, and a 4-game winning streak, having taken 6 out of 7 from the Cubs this year in 6 of the most painful ways imaginable. Well, Castillo is going to face Tauchman with a 1-strike count. And Tauchman is going to lead off with a single into center field. I'll tell you, the Cubs' offense has not been the problem in this series. It's been getting pitchers out there to record outs. Tauchman leads off with a single, and now Fletcher is the batter. Nobody out, runner on first. Fletcher standing in. Grounder to short. Throw goes to second. Oh, and the ball is dropped at second base. Galvis makes a bad throw to second, and Moustakas mishandles it, and now the Cubs have first and second, nobody out, and Chris Bryant is the batter. First pitch to Bryant. Here it comes, and Bryant is hit. The very first pitch, he takes a fastball to the arm at 96. That has got to sting. Well, Chris Bryant has hit the same number of home runs as he's been hit by pitches, both 10 this year. Baez now the batter. Baez, with the bases loaded and nobody out, trying to give the Cubs the lead in the first inning. Baez looking for the pitch. He pops it up to left. I don't know if that's going to be deep enough. The runner tags up. The throw comes home, and the runner is safe. Cubs have a 1-0 lead. Baez credited with the RBI sacrifice fly. And now Shaw is the batter with 1 out, and the Cubs owners have a 1-0 lead. 1 ball count to Shaw. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit into right center field. Shaw getting on base. However, that's just going to load the bases. It wasn't particularly deep. Akiyama cut it off before it got to the wall, and Fletcher holds it third. So the bases are now loaded for Contreras, who comes out with 1 out. 0-2 count to Contreras. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is out number 2. Way behind on that fastball. Now Hayward is the batter. Hayward comes up with 2 outs and the runners on every base. One strike count to Hayward. Oh, and the ball gets away. That's a wild pitch. Fletcher is going to come home to score. That's 2-0 Cubs on the wild pitch as Barnhart chases it to the backstop but has no play. Bryant advances to third. Shaw advances to second. Hayward now batting with 2 runners in scoring position and 2 out. 1-1 count to Hayward. Grounder to first. That's going to be the inning. Votto has it, steps in the bag for out number 3. Well, the Cubs leave 2, they score 2, and they have a 2-0 lead. Votto is going to be the leadoff hitter for the Reds against the Cubs' Alec Mills. Full count pitch from Mills coming to the plate. Mills looking for the side. Here it comes. Votto pops it up. Fletcher goes back, and he makes the catch in short right field for out number 1. Akiyama now the batter with a 2-1 count, 1 out. And Akiyama pops it up to left. He goes the opposite way with that one. However, Tauschman flags it down for out number 2. Castellanos now the batter. 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count. Mills looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Mills gets him with the fastball. We go to the top of the second inning, 2-0 Cubs. Luis Castillo will face Ian Happ to lead off the top of the second inning with an 0-2 count. Happ swings and misses for strike 3 at the sinker. Mills now facing the opposing pitcher Castillo with a full count. Here's the pitch. That's a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, and Mills is retired for out number 2. Tauschman now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on. 2-2 count to Tauschman. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Well, the Cubs go down in order in the second. We go to the bottom of the second inning of a 2-0 Chicago lead. Suarez the batter. He comes up to lead off the Reds' half of the second with a full count pitch. That is high and in. That is ball 4. Eugenio Suarez draws the walk. Heads down to first. Moustakas the batter. He comes up with runner on first, nobody out. First pitch from Mills. That's lined up the middle. That's going to be a base hit for, excuse me. That's going to be a base hit for Moustakas as Suarez advances to second. Now Barnhart is the batter with nobody out. Runners on first and second. Reds threatening here in the bottom of the second inning. 1-ball count from Mills. That's going to be another base hit. Over Baez head into center field. The runner stops at third, however, as the ball is returned quickly to the infield. Happ, good awareness there to make sure that the run did not score from third. And now Dietrich is the batter. The bases are loaded. Nobody is out. The Reds threatening here in the bottom of the second. That's a ground ball. It gets past Shaw into right field. 1 run is seen. The runner stops at third is Moustakas. Suarez scores. It is now 2-1 Cubs. The Reds have gotten, I believe, 3 consecutive base hits to tie this game. And they are just singling the Cubs to death right now. Galvis is the batter. He comes up, still nobody out. Bases still loaded. And a 1-2 count from Mills. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He gets him with a high fastball. Second strikeout for Alec Mills. And now the pitcher Castillo comes up with 1 out. And bases are loaded. 1-2 count. Strike 3 called. Mills apparently needs to get more strikeouts because those are the only outs that he knows how to record. So Votto now is the batter. Mills facing Votto with 2 outs. Bases loaded. Nowhere to put him. 3-1 count. And that is popped up to left. Tauschman is heading over. He is going to make the catch. And Mills wiggles out of a jam. That looked like it could have been a whole lot worse than it was. However, the Reds do score once. They cut the lead in half. It is 2-1 Cubs. Going to the top of the third. Castillo pitching to Fletcher with a 1-ball count in the top of the third inning. Here's the pitch. Fletcher pops it up on the infield. It looks like the catcher Barnhart has a line on it, and he makes the grab for out number 1. Chris Bryant now the batter. First pitch to Bryant from Castillo. Grounder to short. Galvis has it. Throws to Votto for out number 2. Baez now the batter. He comes up with 2 outs, nobody on base. And Baez looking for the first pitch from Castillo. And he lines that one to left field, but that is going to be caught. It was basically straight at Dietrich for out number 3. We're going now to the Reds' half of the third of a 2-1 ball game. Akiyama will lead off for the Reds with a 2-0 count here in the bottom of the third inning. That's a grounder to third. Baez goes to his right, throws to first. That is out number 1. Castellanos now the batter with 1 out and a 2-1 count. And he lines one out to left. However, Tauschman is going to put that away for out number 2. Suarez now the batter with 2 outs, nobody on base. Mills with a full count pitch. Grounder up the middle, Baez has it. Throws to first for out number 3. Well, the side is retired in order. We go to the top of the 4th inning of a 2-1 Cub lead. Travis Shaw now is the batter. He'll lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 4th. 2-2 count to Shaw. Here's the pitch. Shaw crushes it to right field. That is gonna be gone. 3-1 Cub lead. Travis Shaw leadoff home run in the top of the 4th inning, 412 feet down the right field line. Contreras now the batter. He comes up with nobody out. Cubs now have a 3-1 lead on the Shaw solo shot. 1 strike count to Contreras. Here's the pitch. Grounder to short. Galvis has it. Throws to first for out number 1. Hayward the batter. Coming up with 1 out. Nobody on base. Hayward waiting for the first pitch from Castillo. And Hayward hits a grounder to second. The throw goes to first, but it's a bad throw. Moustakas throws it away, and Hayward slides into second on the error. So Happ now the batter. Hayward is standing on second. The Reds have made 2 errors now in this game. Cubs trying to extend a 3-1 lead. 3-0 count, and Happ checks his swing. He heads down to first with a base on balls. And now the pitcher, Alec Mills, is going to bat. With 1 out, runners on first and second. This is Mills' second at-bat of the season. I don't know what they're going to ask him to do, but a sacrifice seems likely right now. First pitch. And the bunt is laid down, and it's dead. That is a great bunt by Alec Mills, and the ball is thrown away again. Suarez makes a wide throw, pulls Moustakas off the bag, and Alec Mills is safe on first on the attempted sacrifice. So now Hayward is on third, Happ on second, Mills on first, and Tauschman the batter. Castillo just cannot get a break with his infield defense today. That's 3 errors on the game. Tauschman with a 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Tauschman hits a grounder to first. The throw goes to second, but the relay does not happen. As Hayward scores, it is now 4-1 Cubs. Votto tried to start a 3-6-3 double play, but Galvis had the play broken up at second by a sliding base runner. Fletcher now the batter. He comes up with 2 outs, runners on the corners. Cubs in charge of a 4-1 lead. 1-2 count to Fletcher. Fletcher pops up to left. That'll probably be the end of the inning. And it is put away for out number 3. Derek Dietrich making the catch out there in left field. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning of a 4-1 Cub lead. Alec Mills coming out. He is going to face the 5, 6, 7 batters in the Reds lineup here in the bottom of the 4th. 1-1 count from Mills. Here comes the pitch. There is a pop-up to right. Hayward coming in, making the catch for out number 1. Mills now facing Barnhart with 1 out, nobody on. And here's the pitch. There's a grounder to second. Fletcher has it. Throws to Shaw for out number 2. Dietrich now the batter. He comes up with 2 outs, nobody on base. 2-2 count from Mills. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a big sweeping curveball. That is going to be the end of the inning. The Reds go down 1-2-3. The Cubs are still up 4-1. Top of the 5th inning now. Kris Bryant is going to be the leadoff batter. He will face Luis Castillo, who's at 54 pitches through 4 innings. 2-2 count to Bryant. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He could not catch up with the fastball right there. Baez is the batter now with 1 out, nobody on. 1 strike count to Baez. Castillo with the pitch. Popped up on the infield. The second baseman, Moustakas, comes in and he puts that one away for out number 2. Shaw is the batter now with 2 outs, nobody on. 1-2 count to Shaw. Castillo with the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will be the inning. We go to the bottom of the 5th of a 4-1 Cub lead. Galvis will lead off for the Reds here. Reds sending up 8, 9, and 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. 1 strike count. Mills looking for the sign. Here's the pitch. There's a grounder to first. Shaw has it. Steps on the bag for out number 1. And now Castillo is going to bat for himself with 1 out, nobody on. In the bottom of the 5th inning, first pitch from Mills. Here it comes. Grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to first for out number 2. Votto, the batter, he comes up with 2 outs, nobody on base, full count, payoff pitch to Votto. Mills gets it in, and that is strike 3 on the changeup. Strikeout number 5 for Alec Mills today. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Contreras will lead off for the Cubs, 4-1 lead, and the Cubs trying to add as a full count pitch to Contreras, and he draws the walk. That's walk number 2 for Castillo. Contreras heads down to first, and Jason Heyward is the batter. 1 strike count to Heyward. Here's the pitch. Little tapper out in front of the mound. They throw to second, but Barnhart throws it away out into center field. That's the 4th error of the game for the Reds. And the Cubs now have second and third and nobody out. Heyward goes all the way to second on that throwing error, and now Happ is the batter. First pitch to Happ, and they're going to intentionally walk Happ. They're going to put him on first. He looks happier on first base than he was at home plate anyway. So Mills now is going to be the batter. He'll come up with the bases loaded and nobody out. I do not believe you're going to see a sacrifice in this situation. Here's a full count pitch to Mills. That is inside. It is ball 4. Mills, credited with the RBI, he draws the walk to extend the lead out to 5-1. Nice eye there by Alec Mills to draw the walk. And now the Reds are going to bring in Amir Garrett. Garrett, the relief pitcher for the Reds in the top of the 6th inning, inherits the bases loaded, nobody out, and he is coming to the top of the Cub lineup in the form of Mike Tauchman. 1 strike count. Garrett looking for the sign. Pitching to Tauchman. Here it comes. Tauchman hits another slow roller out in front of the mound. The throw, well, the catcher steps on home first for the force out, so the run does not score. However, the throw to first is late, and now Fletcher is the batter with 1 out. The Reds are not able to complete the double play, and the bases are still loaded. First pitch. There's a grounder to third. The throw goes to second, but the relay does not happen to first base as he is taken out by a sliding Tauchman out at around second. So now there's 2 outs. The runner does score on the fielder's choice. The Cubs are now up 6-1, and Kris Bryant is the batter. Runners on the corners, 2 out. 3-1 count to Bryant. Amir Garrett with the pitch. That is inside. It is ball 4, and the bases are loaded once again. And this time it is for Javier Baez. Baez looking to retake the team lead in home runs. He and Bryant are tied at 10. 2 outs, bases loaded. Garrett pitching to Baez with a 1-1 count, and Baez pops it up on the infield. That'll probably do it. Moustakas puts that one away for out number 3. The Cubs score twice and take a 6-1 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Akiyama now the batter. He's going to face Alec Mills to lead off the Reds half of the 6th. 2-2 pitch from Mills. That is popped up on the right side, foul territory. Shaw goes over, makes the catch for out number 1. Castellanos now the batter. He comes up with 1 out, nobody on. 1 ball count to Castellanos. And that's hit hard into the left field gap. That's going to be off the wall. That's going to be a double to deep left center field for Castellanos. Happ gets the ball in, back into the infield, and Castellanos stops at second. Suarez now the batter. Mills facing Suarez with 1 out, 1 runner on, 1-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That was a cutter down and away, and that is strikeout number 6 on the day for Alec Mills. Moustakas now the batter with 2 outs. Castellanos still standing on second. 1 strike pitch to Moustakas. Popped up to left. Happ will have a play on this one. Tauschman in left. Happ did not come over from center. Tauschman made the play from left, and that is the end of the inning. The Reds strand a runner. We go to the top of the 7th of a 6-1 Cub lead. Shaw, the batter, he will face Amir Garrett, who's going to continue to pitch for the Reds. This is his 2nd inning of work here in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 pitch from Amir Garrett. That is popped up to right. That is going to be playable. It is going to be caught for out number 1. Castellanos putting it away. Contreras now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 2-2 count to Contreras. Garrett with the pitch. That's going to be extra bases. That is going to the wall in center field. Contreras rounds first, heading into second. He slides into second with a double. 1 out, double for Wilson Contreras. And this time he managed not to be injured as he slides in headfirst to second this time. Hayward now the batter. He's going to face a new Red relief pitcher. Lucas Sims is going to be on the mound to face Hayward here in the top of the 7th inning. Runner on second, 1 out, 0-2 count to Hayward. Lucas Sims looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. Ooh, check swing, but he is rung up anyway. Strike 3. Hayward heads back to the dugout, and now Ian Happ is the batter with 2 outs. Runner still standing on second, waiting to be driven in. 1-2 count to Happ. Here it comes. Happ lines that one into right field. Contreras is going to round third, but he is going to stop. Happ has a single. And now Alec Mills is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 1, but he has an RBI. He comes up with runners on the corners and 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss by Alec Mills. That is strike 3 to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th of a 6-1 Cub lead. Now, Mills is coming out for inning number 7 of work. He's thrown 88 pitches, thrown 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 run, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts, giving the Cubs bullpen a well-needed rest today. Mills will face Barnhart, Dietrich, and Galvis here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-1 pitch from Mills. Grounder to first, Shaw has it. Oh, and Shaw bobbles it, and he loses it. Shaw commits the error at first base on what should have been an easy out, and Barnhart is now standing on first on the error. Dietrich now the batter, and Trevor Rosenthal is the new Cub pitcher. With a 2-strike count, Rosenthal immediately brought in to relieve on the error, and now he gets the ground ball. Fletcher has it, throws to first for the sure out. Shaw manages not to drop this ball. And Barnhart advances to second on the fielder's choice. And now Galvis is the batter. He comes up with 1 out, 1 man on. Rosenthal with a 2-2 count coming to the plate. That's going to be a line drive to center field, and that is going to be a diving catch. Happ makes an amazing play out in center field to rob Galvis of what was probably going to be a triple. So Barnhart remains on second. He has to retreat. He did not expect Happ to catch that ball either. And now Winker will be the pinch hitter for the Reds. He's going to stand in with 2 outs. Runner on second, bottom of the 7th inning. Rosenthal trying to get out of this inning. Full count pitch, Rosenthal throwing to Winker. That is strike 3 called. Man, Winker thought he had a walk. He started heading down toward first, and then the umpire yells out strike 3. So we go to the top of the 8th inning of a 6-1 Cub lead. Sal Romano is going to be the new pitcher for the Reds. He is going to face Tauschman, Fletcher, and Bryant here in the top of the 8th inning. 1-2 count. Romano looking in for the sign. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's a changeup. And Tauschman goes down swinging. Fletcher now the batter with 1 out, nobody on. 0-2 count from Romano. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to find a gap out in right center field. And Akiyama fields it, throws it back in, holding Fletcher to a single. Bryant now the batter with 1 out, 1 man on. 2-2 count to Bryant. That is strike 3 called. Bryant nodding his head, muttering to himself, heads back to the dugout. Baez the batter now. He comes up with 2 outs, runner on first. Cubs trying to extend a 6-1 lead. 1 strike count. Baez pops it up to center. That's going to be, it's going to be over his head. That's over Akiyama's head and all the way to the wall. He was acting like he had a play on that, but he actually did not. The runner from first comes all the way around to score, and the Cubs have a 7-1 lead. Baez gets the RBI double, and now Shaw is the batter in the top of the 8th inning. Runner on second, 2 out. 0-2 count to Shaw. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. No doubt about that one. Shaw heads back to the dugout. The Cubs half of the 8th is over. We go to the bottom of the 8th of a 7-1 Cub lead. Rosenthal will continue to pitch for the Cubs. He's thrown 15 pitches, but he's already looking like he's a bit tired. Rosenthal will face Votto, Akiyama, and Castellanos in the bottom of the 8th. 0-2 count from Rosenthal. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Votto comes up empty with a big cut, and Akiyama now is the batter. And he will be opposed by a new Cub reliever, Zach Britton. Britton comes in with 1 out, nobody on base. And Britton has a 1-2 count on Akiyama. Britton looking for the sign. And here's the pitch. There's a grounder to third. Bryant has it. Throws to first for out number 2. Britton will now face Castellanos with 2 outs, nobody on base. 1 strike count. Britton with the pitch. Popped up to center. That is going to be playable. It is going to be put away on the warning track for out number 3. Happ makes the catch in the deepest part of the ballpark. Contreras will now come up to lead off for the Cubs in the top of the 9th inning of a 7-1 Cub lead. Contreras looking for the 1-2 pitch. Here it comes. Strike 3 called. Romano gets him with the sinker. Probably nothing Contreras could have done with that pitch anyway, aside from just beating it into the ground. So Contreras heads back to the dugout, and Hayward is the batter with 1 out, nobody on base. 2-0 count to Hayward. Hayward grounds to second. Moustakas over to Votto for out number 2. Happ now the batter. He comes up with 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the 9th inning. 1 ball count to Happ. Here's the pitch. There's another grounder to second. Moustakas has it. Throws to first, and Happ is retired on a bang-bang play. Well, the Cubs go down in order in the top of the 9th. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning of a 7-1 Cub lead. Zach Britton is going to continue to pitch for the Cubs. He is another guy that has pitched 3 out of the last 4 days, and 2 of those appearances were 20-plus pitches. So let's see how long they hang with Britton here in the bottom of the 9th. Suarez is going to be the leadoff batter. Full count pitch, payoff pitch to Suarez. Inside for ball 4. Well, Britton walks Suarez to lead off the bottom of the ninth, and now Moustakas is the batter. Cubs with a 6-run lead. First pitch to Moustakas. That's hit hard down in the left field line. Tauschman gives chase. He plays it off the wall. The throw comes back into the infield. The runners stop at second and third, respectively. Suarez is on third. Moustakas has a double. And now Tucker Barnhart is going to be the batter. And now, the $25,000 question. What's it going to take to get Nick Burdi into this ballgame? Barnhart is standing in from the left side against the lefty Britton. Nobody out, runners on second and third, Cubs with a 6-run lead. 3-1 count, and Britton misses inside with ball 4. So the bases are now loaded, and here is Nick Burdi, because now it's a save situation, so it's okay to pull out the anointing oil and bring in the closer. Derek Dietrich will be the batter with the bases loaded and nobody out in the bottom of the ninth inning. 2-2 count to Dietrich. Here is the pitch from Burdi. Popped up, foul territory. Bryant has it. He puts it away for out number 1. Freddie Galvis now the batter. The pitcher's spot coming up next. Bases full of Reds, 1 out. Bottom of the ninth, 2-2 pitch. Here it comes. That's popped up. Contreras hustles over, makes the catch for out number 2. And now, the lefty Josh Van Meter will come up to pinch hit against the righty Burdi with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the bottom of the ninth inning. Cubs sitting on a 6-run lead. 1 strike pitch to Van Meter. That is hit hard to left center field, is not going to be deep enough. And Happ makes the catch on the warning track for out number 3. Well, the Cubs finally managed to put the Reds away, winning this game 7-1. The Reds fall to 37-29 as the Cubs improve to 32-35. The player of the game today is the Cubs' Alec Mills. He threw 6 innings of 4-hit, 1-run baseball with 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. Mills earns his second win of the season and really does the bullpen a huge favor by throwing 6 innings in today's start. Luis Castillo drops to 5-6. He threw 5 innings of 3-hit, 6-run baseball. Only 3 of those were earned, as the Reds committed 4 errors in today's game. He did walk 4, strike out 5, and allow a home run. Well, the Cubs make up a game on the Reds. However, they lose ground for the series. They leave 5.5 games behind the Reds. Thank you for watching Replacement Player Baseball.